सन्तोषयता सन्तौ श्रीलरूपसनातनौ दाक्षिणात्येन भट्टेन पुनरेतद्विविच्यते तस्याद्यं ग्रन्थनालेकं क्रान्तव्युत्क्रान्तखण्डितम् पर्यालोच्याथ पर्यायं कृत्वा लिखति जीवकः. Hare Krishna. So yesterday we were discussing Anuched number 4. So there are so many samukhyas are there. Samukhyas means those are the ways which connect jiva to parantatvam. So bhakti is one, gnana sadhana, ashtanga yoga, sankhya yoga, karma, and so and so. All these sadhanas are somehow or other, directly or indirectly, so they connect jiva or the upasaka with the paratattvam. That's why they are all known as samukhyas. The word samukhya. So even though those are all there, many are there, but we are going to select only bhakti because bhayam ditya viniveshtasya in this sloka. So what is said? Abhajetam bhaktya ekaya abhajetam. Bhajet is there, that means abhajet. One should worship, but what sadhana he should take? He should take bhakti. Bhakti sadhana. Bhakti sadhana he should take and practice. Worship the paratattvam. So that the root cause will be removed and Jivatma will be free from fear. So, but by showing one sloka, that sloka is not sufficient. To establish bhakti is only the sadhana that can be taken as a samukhyam with the paratattva and leaving other sadhanas. So that's why to prove bhakti is only the samukhyam we should take up, not others. That we are going to establish by the teachings of Sutta Goswami, which are given in the first canto, second chapter, from sloka number 6 to 22. We are going to take these 16 slokas and going to establish bhakti is only the samukhyam prescribed for us, or otherwise bhakti process is only the prescribed process to connect ourselves with the paratattvam. That is our goal now, intermediate goal. So for doing this, we took first sloka. Out of that, Sutta Goswami is starting from the sloka Savai Pumsam Paro Dharmo yato bhaktiradokshage ahaitukya pratihata yayatma samprasidati. This is the sloka. The meaning of this sloka is, so that dharma is the ultimate dharma which leads to bhakti. So what kind of bhakti? Ahaituki, apratihata, and also suprasidati. So that kind of bhakti is mentioned here. So that means, then here, what is dharma? Savai pumsam paro dharma. So that dharma is the ultimate dharma. So which brings the bhakti. So what is that dharma? So we discussed based upon the another sloka in the future sloka. Atah pumbir dvijishreshtaha varnashrama vibhagashaha swanishtitasya dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshanam. So from this sloka we understood dharma means here in this sloka savai pumsam, dharma means what you should take. Dharma means the one which is meant for satisfaction of Hari. So that dharma, that dharma we should take here. Not the dharma which just brings the renunciation. No. Example is Nishkama Karma Yoga. Is a Karma Yoga means following the dharma, prescribed duties without any result, expecting any result, and also without thinking oneself as is a doer. So one does like this. So this kind of dharma is not the sammukyam. What is the reason? Reason is, even if you perform this dharma, it is not going to connect you with the paratattvam. It will at maximum will clean the heart, and one can understand self as chit, not the body. This much output only we can get. There is no connection with the paratattvam. So how can you say where is the reference for this? Based upon what I am saying, Bhagavad Gita, if you see the Baldev Vidyabhushan commentary on second chapter, so the whole discussion is on this Nishkama Karma Yoga. From there you can easily understand this. So okay, next after this, we are also understanding what is the bhakti there. Savai pumsam paro dharmaha yatah bhaktir adokshaje. Bhakti means what here? Here bhakti means Vasudeva Katha Ruchihi, getting the basic taste in hearing the Krishna Katha. How can you say this? Because in the coming slokas it is said that, what is that? Dharma swanishtita pumsam vishvaksena katha suyaha notpadayet yadiratim shramayevahi kevalam. By reference of this sloka, we are understanding that any dharma is properly performed should produce taste in harikatha. Otherwise, that is srama evahi kevalam. Okay, this much we discussed, so we are going further. Where is it? In this, you can see here where we are. This yataha dharma adokshaje bhakti, line number 36. तत्कथा श्रवणादिषु रुचिः भवति धर्मस्वनुष्ठितः इत्यादौ व्यतिरेकेण दर्शयिष्यमाणत्वात्. So the reason we are giving, why we are taking the bhakti means what? Tatkatha shravanadirishu ruchihi, why you are taking? Because it is also established in in the coming slokas. Okay, coming sloka, that is dharma svanushtitah. In this sloka, reverse way it is said. That means if any dharma, well performed dharma, is not going to produce taste in the harikatha, then that is useless. That's why you should take here bhakti means tat katha shravanadishu ruchihi. Next, savai means sa eva swanishtitasya dharmasya samsiddhi haritoshanam iti vakshamana ritya tat santoshanartham eva krutah dharmah parah sarvatah shrestah natu nivritti matro lakshanopi vaimukya visheshat. This is also we discussed. So coming to this point next, तथा श्री नारद वाक्यम नैष्कर्म्यमप्यच्युत भाववर्जितम इत्यादौ कुतः पुनः शश्वत भद्रमेश्वरे न चार्पितम यदप्यकारणम. सो इति अतः वक्ष्यते अतः पुंबिर. सो ततः स एव ऐकान्तिकं श्रेयः इत्यर्थः. अनेन भक्तिः तादृश धर्मतः अपि अतिरिक्तत्वं मुक्तम्. We all know the meaning of Naishkarmya Apyachita Bhava Varjitam. We also discussed in the Bhakti Shastri. And once again, if you want, you can see the meaning of Naishkarmya Apyachita Bhava Varjitam is given here. Even Brahmagnana, which destroys Upadis, is not sufficient for Brahman realization if it is devoid of Bhakti to the Supreme Lord. What then speak of Sakama Karma, which cause suffering both during practice and in result, and Nishkama Karma Yoga when not offered to the Lord? So from this sloka, what we are understanding? We are understanding any activity without Achyuta Bhavaha, without Krishna consciousness, that is not going to give any result. So that is not good, that is not proper. So here in this sloka, we are not going to analyze this sloka because just it is just a reference we have in our present text. So from this sloka, you should understand that Naishkarmyam, that means Brahmagnanam. Brahmagnanam is not going to give the result. What it should give? Brahmagnanam should give the Brahman to you. But it is not going to give if it is not with the touched with the bhakti. So bhakti element is necessary there also. Okay. Next, one more point in this, what is said? Kotaha punah shashvat abhadrameshware. Any fruitive activity is always painful actually. While doing also it is painful, yet result also is painful actually in the fruitive activities. So that's why that kind of, we don't need to speak about that. But if you come to the next, any nishkama karma yoga, akaranam, that means karma akaranam, the karma which is done without any result, without any expecting result, that is also, if it is not offered to the Lord, then that is also is useless. That means it is not going to clean the heart. So this is explained here in this context. We are understanding Tathacha. See, Narada also is saying that without the bhakti, so all these are all vimukatha only. Without the bhakti, they are not going to produce result, but they are all vaimukyam only. Nishkama karma yoga is also vaimukyam. That means there is no connection with the Supreme Lord. Even the practicing Brahmagnana is also not going to give result. Especially you should take, mainly why we have to take this sloka. This sloka should be taken that, so any dharma is followed just for the detachment. So that is not having the samukyam. That is not samukyam, because that is not going to connect you to the paratattvam. So that is the main point here. That means in this akaranam, that means the karma which is done for the nishkama karma yoga, so that karma is not is going to give any result. So that is the point. Based upon that, we are saying. So yes. Yeah.
This I wanted to know connection because I could not connect it. No? As you said, start with bhakti, bhaktya, ekya bhaktya.
Okay.
Then you gave example. Then savai punsam paro dharmo. That
No. Ekaya bhaktya. So we said based upon that sloka bhayam
yes,
ditya
yes, yeah,
abhiniveshtaha.
yeah.
So bhakti is only the samukyam we should
Yes,
take up, not others.
yeah. But now we are proving with Sud Goswami's this
We are proving the
Bhagavatam.
same point
No?
through the
Sud Goswami's
teachings of Sudha Goswami. Yeah.
from slok verses 6, 8 to 22.
Yes.
So Savaim Punsam Parodharmo they started.
Yeah.
But the connection how the hearing, test for hearing, how this connected here, because this verse will come later on. Hearing,
Yeah.
Vasdev Katha Ruchi.
Yeah.
So here is a Sramayu, not Padedi Ratim, Sramayu Kelam.
Yeah.
Ratim means how to know that this test for hearing, where is connected. So this will come, although slok this later it will come. So how to understand this thing? And
that is already we are discussing the same thing. So you see in the book, so everyone open if you want this first canto, second chapter. See sloka number 6 what? Savai pumsam paro dharma yato bhakti radokshaje. Okay, 1.2.6 is this. After that, Vasudeva Bhagavati is there. Okay, leave that. Next sloka, 8th sloka is what? Dharma Sunishita Pumsam Vishwaksena. So now, from this, what you are understanding, Dharma Sunishita Pumsam Vishwaksena, Katasuyaha. From this, what is the meaning of this sloka? This sloka is saying that any dharma, well performed dharma, is not going to give taste in the Krishna Katha, then that is useless. Okay? This you understood? This sloka meaning? So that means it is said in the reverse way. Any dharma which is not going to produce the Vasudeva Katharuchi, that is useless. In the 6th sloka, what is said? That is the highest dharma which is going to bring the bhakti. So then you should see the connection here. Any dharma which is not going to give the Vasudeva Katha, it is useless. Means dharma should give the taste in the Vasudeva Katha. Yes? So that means here dharma should give, according to 6 what? Dharma should give bhakti. According to the 1.2.6, okay, Prabhu, share it. This. According to 1.2.6, dharma should produce what? Bhakti. According to 1.2.8, what? If any dharma is not going to produce Vasudeva Katharuchi, that is useless. Means dharma should produce Katharuchi. Yashoksena Katharuchi or Vasudeva Katha Ruchihi. So that means you equate this. A is equal to B, A is equal to C. Then what? A is equal to B, A is equal to C. Then what? B is equal to C. Means Bhakti equal to Vasudeva Katharuchi. Okay. Clear? This is. Next. In this 1.2.6, Dharma word meaning we understood. Then what is the meaning of? Sorry, Bhakti means we understood. Then what is Dharma? Dharma also we want to understand. So, according to the Atah Pumbir Didishreshta Varnashram Vibhaga, that means 1.6. 13. So based upon this, what? According to this, dharma is meant for what? Meant for the haritoshanam. So that means here also we should take dharma means haritoshanam. Why we have to take here also the haritoshanam? Because ultimately the same. See, this is whole 1.2.6 to 1.2.23, 13. All the slokas dharma is coming. So that is the same context. Context is same only. Because one prasanga. Okay, that's why we can equate easily. So here dharma is haritoshanam is said. So that's why in the 1.6.13. So that's why 1.2.6 also dharma means you should take the one which is meant for the haritoshanam. Pen different, you have another pen. Haritoshanam. Online students, are you able to see the board? It's clear? Board is clear or not? Okay. So that means dharma is meant for haritoshanam. So, and also we understood, so same thing we are saying. According to the naishkarmyam apyachud bhavarjitam. Naishkarmyam apyachud bhavarjitam. This is from where? 1.5.12. This is saying that, what it is saying? Any dharma, any karma, nishkama karma, without achyuta bhava. Without achyuta bhava is what? Na sobhate. That means it's useless. So that's why dharma means you should take for what? Which is meant for the haritoshanam. Is proving or not? That is also. Naishkarmyam apachid bhavarjitam. Gokulan Prabhu? Huh? Huh? Ocha, ocha. Okay, this is clear? According to 1.5.12, dharma means any karma. Dharma means karma also you can take. It should be for the achyuta. It should be for, it should, nacharpitam yadapyakaranam. What is that? Kutah punah sashwata madra abhadrameshware nacharpitam karma yadapyakaranam. So that means what is use? What is the use of the that karma which is, of course, is done for the akaranam? That means without any expectation of result. What is the use? Nacharpitam, if you don't offer to the Lord. So that's why here dharma means definitely should be haritoshanam. Should be meant for haritoshanam. That means account one in 1.2.6 dharma means it should be done for the pleasure of the Hari and should produce this bhakti means Vasudeva Katharuchi. Okay? Okay, I should not sit. I understood now. Next, atah vakshate atah pumbhi ityadi. There also it is said. Next, tatah sa aikantikam shreyah ityartah. अनेन भक्तेः तादृशधर्मतः अपि अतिरिक्तत्वम् उक्तम्. So you see here, Shaunak, okay, Shaunak Rishi is asking, what is the ultimate benefit? Ultimate benefit for humanity. Shreyaha. Ultimate good. What is ultimate good for humanity? This is the question, na? Is asked in which shloka? In the first chapter of the Bhagavatam. Then Suta. Then Suta Goswami said, this one. This Parodharma. That means this paraha, this dharma which is done for the Haritoshanam. Dharma which is done for the Haritoshanam, which should bring Vasudeva Kataruchi. And that dharma is the paradharma, that is the ultimate good for the humanity. Yes? That is the ultimate good for the humanity. So that's why this dharma, saha means that dharma eva aikantikam shreyaha. So that dharma, which is done for the pleasure of Hari, so should bring the bhakti, that means Vasudeva Kataruchi. That is the ultimate good. So you can take this diagram, Prabhu, for the PPT. Okay? Punit Prabhu, you draw this and send to him. Huh? What is that? Ramchandra Prabhu, yes?
Just a quick question. Just want to confirm, is 1.6.13 or is 1.2.13? Like I think it's at the bottom of the board. It's 1.2.13, right?
Sorry, Prabhu. Sorry.
Okay, thank you.
1.2.13, Prabhu.
Okay. Just want to confirm. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Yes, fine. 1.2.13. So now come to our point. Okay. So here, so this dharma is the ultimate good. Whatever questions Sonaka asked, for this is the answer. That is paradharma. Okay. Now, okay. Anena bhaktehe tadrush dharmatah api atiriktatvam. That means now you should understand this paradharma. This is the paraha dharma. This dharma is producing bhakti. Means, what should we understand? This is different from this. Yes or no? Bhakti is different from this paraha dharma. Yes or no? Because it is producing that. It is producing that. So we are trying to understand this one actually. We are trying to understand this. That means since it is producing this should be different. This should be different from this. Okay? Anena bhaktehe tadrusha dharmatah api atiriktatvam uktam. Now that's why, then what is the swarupa of this? What is the swarupa? What are the characteristics of this? How to identify this? If you want to identify a cow, what is needed? Sasnadimatvam, which is having the dual lap. So that is the cow. Not that any animal is having 4 legs is not sufficient. It should have some unique characteristic. So that is the lakshana for that. So now how to identify this? This is what? This is said as, in the next line, what is said? Ahaituki. Ahaituki and apratihata. This is the characteristic. These two are the characteristics of this bhakti. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radokshaje ahaitukya pratihata. What it mean? That means swataha eva swarupatvat ahaituki. Swataha eva sukharupatvat ahaituki. That means falantara anusandhana rahita. What is the meaning of ahaituki? You see there in the book, falantara Phalantar anusandhana rahita. Phalantara anusandhana rahita. What it mean? What is English I gave? Huh? Acha. That is not given there. You see that? Divide of motivation for the other goals. So phalantara anusandhana rahita. Phala means result. So antara means other results. Other results. Anusandhana rahita means, so we are not going to here. So looking for other results. That means this bhakti is ahaituki, means this bhakti is done for this bhakti only. Because swataha sukha rupa. What is said there? Sanskrit. Swataha sukha rupa. That means it itself is full of bliss. This is sukha rupa. So that's why we are doing this bhakti for not for the sake of other goals. Phalantar anusandhana rahita. Not motivated by the other results. Because that is possible because it is itself is sukharupa. Because why we are doing this much digging? Because we should understand what is the intention of the Sutta Goswami. What he is prescribing, what process is prescribing there, that we should understand clearly. So that is why we are putting this much time here. Okay. This bhakti is sukha rupa. And also next what is said? Apratihata. What is the meaning of apratihata? What is given there? Impossible to abstract this bhakti by anything. Yes. So that's apratya means tadupari sukha dukkada padardantara bhavat. Everyone is able to see your text. Online students able to follow the English translation or not? No? Sri Chand Prabhu not able to follow? Following? Yes. Yes or less? Okay. Apratihata means there is no other object top of this. There is no other object top that means on top of this. There is no other object on top of this, on this bhakti. So which can give the more sukha or more dukkha. Sukha dukkha the padartha antara abhavat. There is no any superior object than this. So that's why kenapi vyavadhatum ashakya. So that's why it is not defeated by anyone. For example, you are working under your employer. For every day 500 rupees you get by working under him. And but you came to know just beside to that shop, another shop owner, he is going to give per day 600 rupees. Then what you will do? You will simply, this job you will quit and you will take up this. Yes or no? Because that is giving the more happiness. Okay? So that's why you will be. Or otherwise, you are working under some shop, it is giving the X amount of pain. Okay? X amount of pain it is giving. Okay? So, and there is another shop number 2. In this shop, you are going to get the X minus 5 amount of pain. Then what you will do? You will switch to shop number 2. If someone is giving the less amount of pain, you will also shift. If it is giving less dukkha, you will go there. And if it is giving more, or otherwise, if it is giving more sukha, you will go. But there is no other object which can give more pleasure than the bhakti, and which cannot give less pain than the bhakti. That means in this, the and upper and bottom, both two limits. There is no top one in giving the more pleasure. There is no other object which can give more pleasure than the bhakti, and also there is no other object which can give less pain than the bhakti. More pleasure, less pain. That's why sukha dukkha. That means tadupari sukha dukkha padardantara abhavat. There is no other padartha which can give more sukha than the bhakti, or which can give less pain than the bhakti. Okay, that's why it is apratihata. It cannot be defeated by anyone. It is apratihata. Bhakti is apratihata. These are the two characteristics it should have. Bhakti should have. Next, so kenapi vyadhatum ashakya cha jatayam cha tasyam ruchi lakshanayam bhaktyam tayaiva shravanadi lakshanah sadhanah bhakti yogaha pravartitah syat. So once this, that means here bhakti means what? Vasudeva katha ruchi. So by when this ruchi is appeared, by doing this paradharma, you will be getting the Vasudeva Katha Ruchi. When it is produced, then what will happen? Jatayam chatasyam ruchi lakshanayam bhaktyam tayaiva shravanadi lakshana sadhana bhakti yogaha pravartitah syat. Then what you will do? By this ruchi, due to this ruchi, you will be doing the shravanam, kirtanam, Vishnu smaranam, padasevanam, and so. Yes or no? This. Ultimately, it should happen. Coming clear till now? Any question? Online student? Yes, Ashray Gorang Prabhu.
I think it's a very small one question. Sukha dukkha. So dukkha means why how it the meaning is derived that less pain from dukkha.
That we should understand, Prabhu. That is code word.
But
Sukha dukkha. There is tadupari sukha dukkha the can. That means what is said. Tadupari sukha dukkha the padarthantara bhavat. There is no other padartha which can give sukha dukkha than this. Means more sukha and less dukkha. That is
how to translate that actually. The slow word mean like giving pleasure and giving pain, like that, no?
Yeah, giving pleasure and giving pain means. So context is like this, na? It should. There is no top. There is no one is topper than this. Means there is no other object which can give more pleasure than this, or there is no object which can give less pain than this, because it is not giving any pain. All other process they give some amount of pain will be there. Jnana marga, Ashtanga yoga, if you take anything, they will give the pain. So that's why. Okay.
Dukkha means giving pain, but I don't know.
Yeah, dukkha means giving pain, but there is no other object which can give less pain. No pain.
Maybe separation, pain of separation.
Yeah, this is the style of writing, because Acharya expects this much aptitude from the student.
Okay, that is style of writing, maybe.
Yeah, Jiva Goswami's text, this much is, it demands actually.
Okay,
text demand. Yeah, Sasdev Prabhu?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. But Prabhuji, just now what Prabhuji said about Dukha and Sukha, the pleasure is also, the Sukha is also Dukha only, no, in material world. So where the question arises of Sukha?
What is that?
Saying Sukha Dukha you said, but Sukha is also Dukha only, no, in material world. Sukha is also Dukha. Sukha equal to Dukha.
Why you are taking material world? Bhakti is not in the material world actually. Bhakti is beyond the modes.
So you are talking of Sukha Dukha with respect to Bhakti, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why this is apratita is a characteristic of whom? Whose characteristic this is? Bhakti characteristic.
of the Paratatra.
Bhakti, not paradharma. Bhakti is different from the paradharma.
Okay. Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
Srichand Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
So the apratihata and ahituki, they are characteristics of pure bhakti, no, Prabhu, without any other desire. So dharma is producing bhakti, that is basic taste, you told, no, Prabhu.
Yes, yes.
The basic taste means they may have other desires also, even though it produces basic taste. So if we tell that characteristic as apratihata and ahituki, so that is not basic taste, no, Prabhu.
Here you see, we are this taste actually. We are just seeing the taste of the. We are defining here bhakti as Vasudeva Katha Ruchi, which is the initial taste only. So, but we are not talking about that person. We are not talking about the person who is here. We are taking this element only, that much. This taste. This taste. We are taking only this element, not the total that this taste. Okay, next. Fourth anuched. ततश्च यशास्ति भक्तिर भगवत्यकिंचन सर्वैः गुणैः तत्र समासते सुराः इत्यनुसारेण भगवत्स्वरूपादि ज्ञानं ततः अन्यत्र वैराग्यं च तद् अनुगम्यैव स्यात् इत्याह. So you can see now the meaning of what is saying the fourth anusheda. Please see this English translation as stated in 5.18.12. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavat takinchana. What is the meaning of this sloka? Everyone knows. What is that? When anyone, okay, Mike.
When one develops bhakti, bro, means when one has bhakti.
Yes.
Then one develops all the what we call godly qualities automatically.
Yes, all the godly qualities.
Yes.
Sarvaihi gunahi tatra samasde sura. All the demigods come with their qualities there. They reside there actually. If anyone is doing bhakti, subhada. Klesha agni, subhada. Even in the Bhakti Rasamar Sindhu, we study that. So sadhana bhakti initially what it will does? It will do the klesha agni. Kleshas, it will destroy the kleshas and also it will bring the subhada, auspiciousness. So that means that is a proof. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavatya kinchana. This sloka is telling that. So by following the devotional service, so what will happen in his heart? So wherever bhakti is there all the good qualities will come and reside. So that's why it is said in the same line, it is said next sloka. Vasudeve bhagavati bhakti yoga prayojitaha janayatyashu vairagyam cha gnanam cha yadahaitukam. This sloka is saying that same thing. What is the meaning of this? A little bhakti dedicated to the Lord produces detachment and a knowledge of the Lord which is imperceptible by dry logic. So here this anuched sutrasthani vakyam is saying that by following the bhakti, bhagavat swarupadi gnanam, one will get the knowledge about the supreme param tattvam, that is the Lord, and also tatah anyatra vairagyam cha. Not only that, one will get the detachment from other, that means other than the Krishna. So that means in the material objects, automatically he will get the detachment. By doing the bhakti, these two things will come automatically. So that's why to prove this sloka is coming. Vasudeve bhagavati bhakti yoga prayojitaha janayatyash vairagyam gnanam. Gnanam means what you should take care here? Brahma gnanam? No. Here gnanam means bhagavad swarupa gnanam. Knowledge about the form of the Lord. Knowledge about the form of the Lord. That will come. And in the in that its Vakya is given on this. Ahaitukam. That means Gnanam cha yada ahaitukam. In this sloka, Gnanam yad ahaitukam. Ahaituka Gnanam one will get. What it mean? So that means ahaitukam means sushka tarkadyagocharam aupanishadam gnanam. So this gnanam is not the so-called logical, by logic we derive, no, that kind of knowledge, no. Sushka tarkadyagocharam, this is not seen by the dry logic. You cannot understand this knowledge by the dry logic. And it is what? Upanishadam gnanam. That means Upanishads are establishing whom? Upanishads are telling about the Lord. So Upanishadam gnanam. Okay. That kind of gnanam one will get after doing the bhakti. So we are trying to understand here. So what is going to get after the bhakti? Isha Shravana Matrena Janayati. Just by hearing little bit, it will produce. Ashu is said, na? Ishat Shravana Matrena. Little bit. If one do the little bhakti, immediately they will get the Gnanam and Vairagyam. We come to the next Anuscheda. That means 1.2.6 is finished and also 1.2.7 is also done. We are investigating this total 6 to 22. So 2 slokas are done. So that means from the 6 and from the 7 we understood. So especially from the 6. So paradharma should lead to the bhakti. That bhakti means what? That, yeah, ahaituki apratihata. That means here Vasudeva Katha Ruchi. So by developing that Ruchi, what will happen? That will, then immediately one will be fully focusing on the Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. This kind of bhakti he will start.
Hare Krishna. Ayutkam means here only Susk Tarkadya Gocharam only applies.
Yes.
No other meaning also. That
No,
means
this is
sometimes
Jiva Goswami gave this
okay.
meaning.
Sometimes Ayutkam also means bhakti produces gyan and vairagya without any cause. That means spontaneously. You don't have to endeavor. So that means if you do bhakti, so gyan and vairagya automatic comes.
Here Ahaitukam is the how you are doing Anvaya. Ahaitukam is connected with the Gnanam actually, not with the process.
Understanding the bhakti produces gyan and vairagya.
Yes.
That gyan vairagya comes ahetukam means without any extra endeavor. If you do bhakti, gyan and vairagya automatically will come. That understanding. But here
like this it is given somewhere.
Somewhere just I had. That's why I'm clarifying. Is it also meaning apply or doesn't mean?
If you want to do like that, then where you will do Anvaya? That means how to take this word Ahaitukam word. I don't understand, bro. Sorry. So next, Vetirekena aha. That means in the 6th sloka, what is said? If you do paradharma, if you follow paradharma, it will bring the bhakti. But here, what is going to be said? If your dharma is not going to bring bhakti, that means Vasudeva Katha Ruchi, that is useless. In this way, we are going to. In the reverse way, say, if you drink milk, you will be healthy. If you don't drink milk, you will get corona. Like that. He's saying in the reverse way. That means both statements are conveying the same meaning. That means one should do the that means dharma, Satya dharma should produce the bhakti. Now, Prabhu?
Lesson 1.2.7, that is Bhagavatam.
1.2.7?
Yes, sir. That is same sloka, verses. By rendering devotional service unto the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna,
yes,
one
Prabhu.
immediately acquires causeless knowledge and detachment from the world.
Yeah. Causeless knowledge, he said. That means ahaituki, we translate. That means
Yes, causeless knowledge and detachment, both things, not only knowledge. Don't do bhakti, knowledge and detachment, whatever required, yeah, it will come automatically. That means yet I have to come.
Okay.
Understanding.
धर्मः स्वनिष्ठितः पुंसां वासुदेव कथासु यः नोत्पादयेत् यदि रतिं श्रमयेव हि केवलम्. What is the meaning of this? Online students read it. Who is going to read? Leela Govind Prabhu, read the translation of this. English translation.
Karma of the human being, which is performed well, but which does not produce taste for topics of the Lord, is only wasted effort.
Yes. Dharma of the human being, pumsam means of human being, which is performed well, swanushtitaha, but which doesn't produce taste for the topics of the Lord. Which nautpadayet yedi raitim vishwaksena kathasu. So, sramayevahi kevalam. It is only wasted effort. Okay. So now next, Sanskrit is like this. You can go to the line number, this same file. In the 71, Vasudeva Toshana Bhavena Yedi Tat Kathasu Tattal Leela Varnaneshu Ratim means Ruchim Notpadayet Tada Shramah Syat Natu Phalam Katha Ruchehe Sarvatreva Adyatvat Shreshtatvat Cha Sayevokta तद उपलक्षणत्वेन भजनांतर रुचिर अपि उपदिष्टा. Okay, what is said here? So Jiva Goswami is saying here, if dharma, due to not pleasing him, doesn't produce taste for the description of the Lord's pastimes, then that dharma is wasted effort and not fruitful. This is stated because taste for the Lord's topics is the beginning step and the best in every case. By upalakshana of the taste for the hearing, taste for other types of worship of the Lord is also taught. Vasudevatoshana yadi tat kathasu tat leela varnaneshu rati mruchu notpadayet. That means if someone is doing dharma, but he is not doing for the pleasure of the Vasudeva. Actually, dharma should be done for what? Should be done for Haritoshanam. But somehow someone is not doing with that mood. Then what will happen? That dharma doesn't produce taste for the Katharuchi. Okay? Understand? Vasudeva Toshana Bhavena Yadi Tat Kathasu Tat Tat Leela Varnaneshu Rati Ruchi Notpadayet Tada Sramaha Syat. Then that is useless. That dharma. That means if you do dharma just to become detached from this material pain and pleasure, then that will definitely will not bring the Vasudeva Katha Ruchi. Then that kind of dharma is useless. Is simply useless. Okay, that's why any dharma should be done for the pleasure of Hari and it should produce the Katha Ruchi. Why Katha Ruchi only? Ruchi, Katha Ruchi means, so it means Shravanam. That means Vasudeva Kathasu Yatha Ruchi. Ruchi here, what is indicated? Out of Navada Bhakti, Katha Ruchi means what? Shravanam is indicated or not? Why is Shravanam only indicated? Why not Vasudeva Archana Ruchi? Why not Vasudeva Smarana Ruchi? Why not Vasudeva Vandana Ruchi? Huh? Because out of this Navadha Bhakti, the first and foremost thing is Shravanam actually. And also is the best among these. Shreshtatvat Adyatvat. So the Goswami, why he is saying only Shravanam? Because that is the beginning of the devotional process. And also it is best. That we are going to see in the coming chapters. In the Vaidhi Bhakti, there we are going to discuss. Now we cannot open the discussion. There are a lot of intricate points are there in this. So that we'll discuss. We'll open that discussion there. Huh? Shreshtatvat means is best. In this sloka, in this is in the lemma in the my file 73. Sarvatraiva Adyatvat Shreshtatvacha. Saiva Ukta. That is said. So that's why Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So we should do japa very nicely with proper sound. And it should produce proper sound and you should hear it. So that is very important. That is the beginning of our devotional process actually. From there we start. That's why our main bhakti, that means progress of bhakti depends upon japa. Shravanam. Japa means Shravanam and Kirtanam. Both are there. We chant and we hear. Chant and hear. Chant and hear. Holy names are chanted and heard. And also from the Upalakshana you can take all other 8 also. It's not that if someone do the dharma for the pleasure of Hari and somehow if he got taste for the worshipping the deity, so that is not wrong actually. Even he is also perfect only. That's not wrong. It may happen actually. There is no problem in that. So that's why, how can you say from the Upalakshana you can take here? Sota Goswami is saying that Vasudeva Katha Ruchi means Shravanam he is saying, indicating Shravana. But from the Shravanam you can take other 9 also by the, other 8 also by the Upalakshana. What is Upalakshana? You all know Upalakshana, but some people, some students are new, so we need to explain what is Upalakshana. So, not Nilgai. Mother, so mother is just going to the neighbor's house. And that house is not having the doors. Somehow or other. In the villages, generally, they don't have proper doors also. So what they do before going to some other house, so mother says to the children, boy, to her son, hey, you just, there is a curd is there, or sometimes what they do, they will keep the, so yeah, curd somehow, some other purpose, they are churning or it is kept there, and immediately she has to go to the some other house, neighbor's house. So somehow it happened. So she is saying to this boy, hey boy, my dear son, you protect this curd from the crows. You protect this curd from the crows, she said. Now this boy is seeing some cat is coming there to eat that curd. Then what he will do? So he will immediately stop that cat to not to eat that, to not to take away that curd. Also dog is about to come, then he will stop the dog also. And also he will stop if some rat is coming, he will stop that also. Yes or no? So he is protecting this curd from the cat, dog, rat and so, but mother said only crows. Why he's taking all these three also extra? In the account of the mother statement only he should protect from the crows, but he is also taking others also, because these are all, this crow is harmful for the, is a harmful for the curd. Similarly, this cat, dog also having the same quality in these three other animals also. The other three animals also having the same quality. They are also harmful for the curd. So that's why. So they are dadi ghatakas. They are also ghatakas for the dadi. So that's why he has to stop them also. So from the Upalakshana, we should take any animal which is going to become harmful to the curd. So he should protect from them that curd. So that's why cat, dog, and rat also is taken. This is known as Upalakshana. Okay, similarly here, Sota Goswami is saying that Paradharma has to produce bhakti. Vasudeva Katharuchi means from the Upalakshana you should take. So Kirtanam and also Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam also you should take. Okay. Next, Sramaeva hi kevalam. What is said next? Notpadayet yadiratim Srama eva hi kevalam. We should try to understand this. Here, the word eva is there. Srama kevalam. This is Srama. So, notpadayet yadiratim tat Srama eva. Sramaha. It says simply Srama. Srama eva hi kevalam. He stressed so much. Sota Goswami is stressing so much. It is really useless. Srama eva hi kevalam. Why he is saying this? What it mean actually? What it mean these words? Eva shabdena pravritti lakshana karma falasya swargadehe kshaishtutnam. Hi shabdena tatraiva cha tad yatheha तद यथेह कर्मजितो लोकः क्षीयते इति सोपपत्तिक श्रुति प्रमाणत्वं निर्णीयते केवलम् इत्यमरकोशात् केवल शब्देन निवृत्ति मात्र लक्षण धर्म फलस्य च ज्ञानस्य असाध्यत्वं सिद्धस्यापि नश्वरत्वं तत्रापि तेनैव हि शब्देन यस्य देवे पराभक्तिः इति श्रुति प्रमाणत्वं नैष्कर्म्यमप्यच्युत भाव वर्जितम इत्यादि श्रेयश्रुतिम भक्तिमुदस्य ते विभो क्लिश्यन्ति ये केवल बोधलब्धये इत्यादि आरुह्य कृच्छ्रम पदम पदम ततः पतन्त्यदो अनादृत युष्मदङ्ग्रियः इत्यादि वचन प्रमाणत्वं च सूचितम्. Okay, now we should try to understand this. The word eva indicates the temporary nature of swarga and other results of karma performed for material enjoyment. The word he indicates that there is suitable proof in Shruti. For instance, it is said that yathena karmajito lokah kshiyate. The loka achieved through karma is perishable. The word kevalam indicates that gnana, the result of dharma, done with detachment, cannot be attained, and even if attained, will be destroyed. Here, someone did the dharma, okay? He followed dharma. And it is not producing the Vasudeva Katha Ruchi, then it is useless. Means what? If it is going to produce that dharma is going to produce some punya. One may say that dharma may produce punya. How can you say it is useless? Someone may say that dharma may produce some jnana. How can you say it is useless? Understanding? According to your devotee, you are saying that dharma is not producing the Vasudeva Katharuchi, it is useless. But some other may say karmi and gnani, they say this dharma is producing the punya to me. Then I will get the swarga, I can enjoy. How can you say it is useless? And someone may say this dharma is going to produce gnana. Nishkama karma yoga, if you do dharma in the without any result, then that is going to produce the gnana actually. So that is, how can you say it is useless? So now you have to prove karma and gnana both are also useless. Then total is useless. Yes, that is said here. That is said. Understood? Write the PPT in that. Like this. So here he is saying that's why the eva shabda is indicating pravritti lakshana karma phalasya. So that means here shrama eva hi kevalam. Three are there. That means if dharma is not producing the Vasudeva Katharuchi, dharma is not producing the Vasudeva Katharuchi, then that is useless. But dharma means what? Generally it is prescribed duty. Dharma means. This dharma can be what? You can take as two types. Pravritti lakshana, and another is by using kevala you can take nivritti. Karma is done. Dharma means karma. If you do that dharma or the karma for the pleasure of the Lord, haritoshanam, then what it will do? It will bring Vasudeva Katharuchi. Okay? Dharma, if you done for the haritoshanam, then it should bring Vasudeva Katharuchi. We understood. But dharma or otherwise karma is done for the pravritti. Pravritti lakshana means that is done. Dharma is done for the artha, and artha is used for the to enjoy the sense objects, kama. Then that kind of dharma is known as pravritti lakshana. Understand? So that means that is going to bring what? This kind. That means if the word eva is indicating the pravritti lakshana karma. Pravritti lakshana karma. So this will bring the piety. If you do the dharma, then it is going to bring the some artha. So pravritti lakshana karma. So that means it is going to bring the what? It is going to bring the temporary results, worldly benefits like swarga or otherwise wealth, these things. Wealth, instead of taking wealth, best one is what? Out of the pravritti lakshana karma, what is the best result? That is punya, which is going you to take swarga. So what is said about this swarga in the Shastra? What is said? Shastra is saying karma jito lokaha kshiyate. What is it said? Shastra is saying, here he means Shastra statement. Statement of Shastra. What it is saying? So one statement of Shastra. So what that is that? Karma jito lokaha. Karma jito lokaha kshiyate. That means any loka achieved by the karma will be finished. That means if you achieve swarga by the karma, that you are not permanent there. You will be kshiyate. That means kshine punye vishanti martya lokam. You will be coming there, coming back. So that means if you take, that means what we should understand? Dharma which is done for the pravritti lakshana type karma. Dharma means pravritti lakshana karma. If you take, so that is going to bring that is going to achieve some swarga, and that swarga, from that swarga also you are going to fall down. You are going to come back. That means dharma, if you don't do for the haritoshanam, but if you do for the pravritti, for getting material gains, so that is ultimately is finished. So that's why srama evahi kevalam. Srama evahi. Srama only, that is. And there is one more chance. Here kevalam is word used. So it means dharma can be the what? Nivritti lakshana. Dharma can be the nivritti lakshana karma. Dharma can be the nivritti lakshana karma. Then from this, if you do dharma for the nivritti means moksha. You have 4 things actually, purusharthas. Dharma should be bringing artha is bringing kama. Then this is the pravritti. And dharma is done for the moksha, then that is the nivritti. And dharma done for the haritoshanam. How many possibilities are? Dharma for the haritoshanam, dharma for the pravritti, that means dharma artha kama, dharma for the moksha. Is there any another possibility out of this? Is there any? No. That means these 2 are the useless. We prove. That means bhakti, dharma should be done for haritoshanam, should produce adi hari vaska katha ruchi. So to establish this, you should prove these 2 are the useless. So see, if anyone do dharma just for the detachment, nivritti means what? Detaching himself from this material existence, material creation, material life. He wants to detach from this. Then that thing is done just for the detachment. If you do dharma, that is also only simply labor. Where it is said, what is the proof? Naishkarmyam apyachyuta bhava varjitam. This is a sloka. It's always very important, this sloka. You should memorize this and understand the meaning. What this sloka is saying? Any nacharpitam karma yadapyakaranam. That means akaranam. That means dharma is done for the what? Akaranam means dharma is not done for the. Dharma is done not for the. Dharma is done not for the material result. So that means that is nivritti. But that is without offering to the Lord. If you don't offer that to the Lord, then that is na sobhate. Yes, that means any dharma which is done for the, any karma which is done for the moksha without any bhakti, without any satisfying the bhakti, is what? Is na sobhate. Na sobhate. Yes, that means it is not good. Na sobhata means it is not good. Who is saying? 1.5.12 is saying. And what else? Next, Shreyasrutim bhakti mudasyate vibho klishyanti ye kevala bodha labdaye. There is one more reference. 10.14 point, sloka number 4. What this is saying? Shreyasrutim bhakti mudasya ye kevala bodha labdaye. That means the people who are trying for only gnana, leaving the bhakti, the meaning of this sloka you try to understand. Shreyasrutim, leaving the bhakti and trying for the only gnana. So then what will happen to them? Without bhakti, they are simply trying for the gnana. Kleshala shishyate. Kleshala eva shishyate. That means they will be having only hard labor. Brahmaji is saying. And that is equal to the just beating the empty husk. Beating the empty husk. If you take the husk and if you beat it again and again, is there any grain? Grain will come out? No. So that's why any dharma which is done for the simply moksha without bhakti is also brings the only the hard labor. It's a klesala shishyate. Okay. Aruhya, and also there is one more. Even somehow, that means without bhakti, they tried dharma to reach to the moksha, that means liberation stage. Even they go to the Jivan Muktas, from there, definitely they will fall down. Aruhya kruchrena param padam tatah patanti adaha anadruti ushmadangrayaha. What is the sloka number? 10.2.32. What it is saying? 10.2.32. If anyone is leaving the bhakti, leaving the Krishna bhakti and simply trying for the to become the Jivan Mukta, he became Jivan Mukta, but he didn't have, he's disrespecting the lotus feet of the Lord. Then what will happen? Patanti adaha. They will fall down. Going to the stage of this Jivan Mukta stage, also they will fall down. Okay. So these are the things. Next, sloka dvayena bhakti nirapeksha. There is one more line. Sloka dvayena. From these two slokas, we are understanding bhakti nirapeksha gnana vairagyetu sapeksha iti labhyate. So we are understanding Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha Janayatyasu Vairagyam cha Yadahaitukam. What it is saying? So bhakti is not dependent on anyone, but bhakti is going to bring the vairagya and gnana. The renouncement and the gnana. So that's why we are understanding that gnana and vairagya, they are dependent and bhakti is independent. That also, that point we understood here. Okay, thank you very much. Any questions?
I also have one question.
One by one. So yes, Gokulan Prabhu, you have mic. You can ask. You can ask. Okay.
Oh, you said that since this dharma is producing bhakti,
Yeah.
so it cannot be same. But dharma is producing bhakti. So something is producing other object. It cannot be same. So, but we see that in the bhakti process, as we chant, and that gives a taste of chanting, and we chant more, and the purpose is also same. So the same activity is giving the same activity. So how you prove that it cannot produce the same activity?
So yeah, you are taking atta and you are making roti. Atta and roti are same.
But that is a different example.
Different.
But for bhakti.
So Vaisa bhakti is sadhana bhakti is bringing the prema bhakti. In the womb of sadhana bhakti, what is there? Prema bhakti. So that's a prema bhakti is womb of sadhana bhakti, means prema bhakti is different from sadhana bhakti or not? That's why as they also see these two are differently are not in his samadhi. Yeah. Okay. Okay, you go to the Gokula. Okay, Mahaseva Prabhu. By that time you can start.
Prabhuji, my question was like how here we are taking meaning of eva means pravritti lakshan and kevalam is nivritti lakshan.
Pravritti lakshana karma.
Yeah, pravritti lakshan karma or kevalam is nivritti lakshan karma. So can we say that instead of taking the meaning of this word, instead of dharma, if we are trying to substitute dharma by pravritti lakshan karma or nivritti lakshan karma, then that meaning is coming. Is it right way to understand, Prabhu?
You can take dharma as pravritti lakshana karma by the word eva.
But eva, how we are taking this meaning, that is my question.
Oh, acha. You should ask the Jiva Goswami. So you can write letter to him. So he gave that.
No, so that's what I was saying, Prabhuji, that to prove the point, whether pravritti lakshan karma is substituted for dharma, and then we derive that result.
Yes.
That finally dharma has to. Is it right way to understand or not? I must.
So since there in the sloka eva shabda is there, that is facilitating us to take dharma as pravritti lakshana karma. So Acharya gave the commentary. So eva, that means if bhakti is not producing the if dharma is not producing the bhakti or Vasudev Katha Ruchi, then srama eva hi kevalam. What is the intention behind the using these eva and kevala shabdas by the Sota Goswami? So on this Jiva Goswami meditated and he gave eva means you should understand here you should take dharma as pravritti lakshana karma, and kevala means he is giving the according to the Amarakosha kevala means nirnite kevalam iti Amarakoshat kevala shabdena nivritti matra lakshana dharma falasya cha gnanasya asadhyatvam. So this is the word we are getting from this word, the nirni kevalam from the Amarakosha. So Jiva Goswami is trying to say here dharma you can take as the nivritti matra lakshana dharma. Okay, good. Next.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Prabhu, can you? I need some clarification when you say that bhakti is distinct from the paradharma, and are you referring to the phrase is anena bhaktes tadrisha dharma topi atirikta tvam? Because it seems to me that I mean, the paradharma is bhakti, but the swanustitasya dharmasya, that is the prescribed duties that even if they are offered to the Lord, they are distinct from bhakti. But the paradharma from the verse Savai Punsam Paro Dharma Yato Bhakti Radoksaje is no different from bhakti. So if you
paradharma is different from the bhakti. So here bhakti means what? Vasudeva Katha Ruchi. So which is going to, which is just is a starting Ruchi. So that is going, that is next further step is Shravanam Kirtanam. So that's why paradharma means activities you are doing to satisfy the Krishna. Those are not the desired thing. That means that's why our acharyas trying to lead, that means trying to take us to the Swarupa Siddha Bhakti. So that means Aropa Siddha Bhakti is same as the Swarupa Siddha Bhakti. Okay, if you do the karma and if you offer the results of that karma to satisfy Krishna, then that karma is also known as bhakti. But what kind of bhakti? That is Aropa Siddha Bhakti. But what is our goal? Swarupa Siddha Bhakti.
Yeah, I understand that and that explanation, but I don't understand why the term paradharma is referring to the prescribed duties when Sutta Goswami, when he's speaking paradharma, he's referring to adoxaje, to bhajan, bhakti to adoxaje, to Krishna.
So because what is the question of the Sonaka? Saunaka is asking, what is the ultimate good for the society? He is asking that. And because, and also next in the context, you will be seeing dharmasya.
Sanustitasya dharmasya.
No, not that. Next, dharmasya hyapavargasya narthorthayopakalpade. You should, the word paradharmaha, you should not just take by one line. So you have to see the whole context. If you whole a context examine what we are understanding, dharma means from the Sanushtitasya dharmasya, dharma means the one which is done for the satisfaction of Hari. The one Sanushtitasya dharma, Hari Toshanam.
I thought it was referring only the bhakti is different from Varna Ashram, but not different from the Paradharma when it means the Videya. So the bhakti is no different from the process.
Yeah, Athapumbir
But it's different from
Varnashram. That
prescribed
means you are doing the prescribed duties, but for the satisfaction of the Hari. So that is going to bring the ultimately, that should bring the ultimately taste in the Hari Katha, so that you can take up the Shravanam Kirtanam. That's why we say Varnashrama Dharma is also gradual process. Why we say this is the point actually. You are doing the prescribed duties and you are doing for the satisfaction of the Hari. So that will also will lead to the Katharuchi only. Should lead actually. Okay. So, but if somehow they are not leading, then that is Srama Evahi Kevalam. So this is the point is said here. Yeah. Are there any other questions? Alila Govind Prabhu. Yes, if anyone wants to leave, they can leave. The time is over. Class time. If anyone have doubts, they can stay back. Leela Govind Prabhu, can you unmute it, your mic? Your voice is not audible.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah, yes.
You mentioned that dharma may produce punya, dharma may produce jnana. So
Yes.
where here it is jnana referred to?
Here Gnana means
Like you mentioned that dharma, artha, kama, moksha.
Yeah, Gnana means the one which lead to the moksha. That means that Gnana will differentiate. That means that is useful to differentiate the matter and chit. That means jada, the chit and achit. So that is the knowledge actually. Dharma, if you do for the nivrutti, for the detachment, that will bring the gnana. Means what kind of gnana that is? That not the swarupa gnana of the Lord. No, that gnana is that will only will helpful to you to differentiate the what is matter and what is spirit. That. Okay, next. Ashray Gaurang Prabhu, yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. In the sloka, Yasyasti Bhaktir Bhagavati Kinchana, Sarve Gune Stitra Shamaste Sura.
Yeah.
The Sarve Gune refers to what here refers to Sarve Gune. All gunas comes. Actually, in this sloka, Jiva Goswami mentions that Sarve Guna means Jnana, Swarup Jnana and Vairagya.
Yeah.
So, is that only the meaning of Sarve Guna, or that 26 quality, all this, sometimes pure devotees quality,
all the qualities? Yes, bro, all the qualities, but he is giving the sign, the nyaya. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavatya kinchana is telling a law. It is a law actually. Based upon this law, we can understand. So bhakti can bring so many good qualities, and also Swarupa Gnanam, and also can bring the Vairagya. So that's why it is also said in the next sloka also. Swasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Proyojita. Just it is a nyaya actually. Yasyasta Bhaktir Bhagavatya Kinchana is a rule. If you do bhakti, it will definitely bring the auspicious qualities, good qualities. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, one more point that one Prabhu was asking about Parodharma, no?
Yeah.
That I had also doubt yesterday, but I got clear today. I was also thinking same what is thinking this Prabhu. Actually, in this sloka, there is yato bhakti, adoksha means by which bhakti will produce. That means it is not bhakti, it is naturally prescribed duty, dharma.
Yes.
Because yato bhakti adoksha, by which the bhakti will come.
Yes, yes.
That's the answer.
Yes.
But I had yesterday also some doubt, but I got clear today.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Paranam Karana Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Prabhu, unmute it. Param Karana Prabhu, unmute it.
Prabhu, sorry. I was just appreciating I was the same question like Gopal and Prabhu, but the way you explained Paratattva.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, sorry, can you come again? Suddenly.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
So I was having the same question as Gopal and Prabhu, but you explained it very nicely. What is Paratattva?
Yeah.
It is a very amazing. This is a new concept I understand today. Thanks, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada ki.